Good afternoon, everyone. It's
Mrs. Diamond T.
Mrs. Diamond T.
That's my coach name.
Fit Coach Roxy, or Roxanne and Candace. We are sisters, Beachbody Sisters.
Yay!
Yay! Okay, we have some questions that were asked of us. We'll try to answer them as well as we can. Um, but we wanted to hit on a few things first. So, number one, um, my sister's a real smarty. She's the smart one in the family, and she came up with a really good idea that I want her to talk about real fast.
Okay, as all of pretty much the Facebook world knows, I've lost like 50 pounds so far, over 50 pounds
Woo!
now. And so instead of focusing on the weight aspect, I'm really wanting to focus more on inches. And so I went on to a clothing site that I like to shop at and looked at their size chart and figured out where I was now, which I was like astonished by. And then I looked at where I wanted to be and looked at how many inches I would need to lose. Like right now, I'm doing the second round of Insanity. So I'm like, I bet you know, that's attainable. I look at what size I would want to be that's attainable and that's realistic for my body type. Um, I'm not going to go and be like, oh, I want to be a 00 because that's if I were a 00, I would not be healthy. So that's a great idea, like to use for motivation. It's not just the pounds; it's what your measurements are and what size you would want to get to stay healthy. And
Yeah,
it's just another way to look at goals.
yeah, I just never had thought about that before.
Really?
Never had thought about that before.
Oh.
So I
It's
just thought
another goal.
it was a great idea. So I wanted y'all to know that. Second thing we want to hit on is, all those infomercials you see on TV, the uh, Brazil butt lift and the P90X and Insanity, Turbo Fire, Turbo Jam,
Everything.
10-minute trainer. I did 10-minute trainer with Zach last night.
That's awesome.
I know. It was the
That's
first
really
time we had
awesome.
done it. It was a pretty nice little workout.
Yeah, and Seth's been doing Insanity with me, which I'm really proud of
I mean,
him.
this is like
It's huge.
big deal. Anyway, so those are available through your Beachbody coach. And what is cool about buying it through or having it through your Beachbody coach is, first of all, you get the support, free support from your coach. Second, you get free workouts that you don't get from those infomercials that you see on TV. So it's just a better deal. Check it out.
Yes.
Okay, what's next?
Questions?
Yes, questions. What's the first question?
Okay, we had somebody ask us if we have trouble staying on a diet or after a hard workout, or if you've been especially active that day, if you up your calories from your usual deficit. For me, I want to stray very rarely because it's become such a habit. In the beginning, it was hard, so I had a lot of trouble staying on my diet. That's why I logged every single day and logged everything I ate. And now it's become such a habit, it's not a big deal. And on upping the calorie intake, I personally don't. I've read a lot of articles where there's a lot of controversy as to whether you eat back the calories that you've burned. And, a lot of people have pretty much just gone and met in the middle ground and said, well, we eat back half of our calories that we burn instead of the full calories. So I think that's one of those things that you just really need to listen to your body or, just kind of figure it out. I don't know.
Yeah, and I was watching Dr. Oz. I like Dr. Oz. And this was yesterday, and he was saying that the best possible, deficit to have, calorie deficit, is a $500.
I want $500.
500 calorie deficit. Some people go up to 1,000 or whatever, but they always say the slow and steady, losing 1 to 2 pounds a week is the best way, the healthiest way, and the way you're going to keep it off the longest.
Mm-hmm.
So a 500 calorie deficit is good. And the first part of that question for me, I'm the opposite of Candace. Whenever I was first losing my weight, I hardly ever wanted to stray. I gave myself a little cheat day or whatever, not even a day, like a meal, a week or every 2 weeks or whatever. And it was real easy because I was really seeing progress. And now that I'm on maintenance, just trying to stay here, I, tend to maybe indulge or splurge a little bit more than I used to. But that's also the benefit of losing the weight and reaching that, goal. I guess you get to enjoy things a little bit more, but in moderation is what we need to remember.
Yeah.
It's a every once in a while thing. Okay.
So see, I mean, everyone's different. You just got to learn what works for you, and you just got to
it's a learning
adapt and learn to modify.
Yeah. It's a learning process the whole time. Life is a learning process.
Mm-hmm.
So just roll with it. And if you get off track one day, don't let it ruin your whole week. Or if you get off track one meal, don't let it, ruin your whole day. Yeah. Because it can happen. I know how it happens. I know you wake up with good intentions. Like you wake up and you're like, today's the day. Like I'm not going to cheat. I'm going to do things, right. And then you have a little thing here or a little thing there. And then you're like, oh.
And while that Sonic Coke is not good for you, do not let it ruin your whole day.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just roll with it. Move more.
Yeah.
Get back on track.
We also had a question that says, can you gain weight from drinking or eating lots of protein? Yes, you can, because protein has calories. A lot of people, whenever they think of protein, you think of your beef, your chicken, your fish, animal products. And, those all, people tend to want to eat a lot of protein. Well, they overindulge on those products, and they're usually pretty high in calories, especially like steaks.
Yeah.
But your body, they say the recommended range is between like it varies between men and women, but like
varies
40
between
and
men
60.
and women, and it also varies on how much you're working out.
Exactly.
So you have to do some research first to see, in your age and all of that.
But basically, if you're taking in way more protein than you're burning as fuel, it's going to be stored as fat. So,
and really, that could be said for anything that you're eating.
Right.
I mean, you eat too much of it, and you're going to gain weight.
If you eat too much and don't, burn off it, then you're going to gain. So, I mean, it works that way, and your body's just, if it can't burn it as fuel, then you're going to gain weight.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to cut it short here, but before we do, or did you have anything else to say?
No, I don't think so.
We have new challenges starting in July.
Yay!
We've been seeing really awesome results out of some of our, I want to talk about one girl, I won't say her name, but I asked the other day, can y'all kind of share with me where you're at right now, like how you're feeling, how much you've lost, inches and pounds. She was like, I've lost 19 pounds. This has been in less than 60 days.
Mm-hmm.
Because this challenge is almost over for us. 19 pounds, that's 10 pounds a month. Hello. That's awesome. And
that's
14
totally
inches.
Awesome.
And she was like, and I'm overwhelmed because I feel like I still have so much to lose. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're doing it perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is amazing. So, and she, 20 pounds gone. She's 20 pounds closer to her goal.
Yeah.
So this is great. And we've
and
just had
these challenge groups work. I mean, the support that's there, people get on there and they're like, I'm having a really bad day, or I've been slacking for like the last week, oh my gosh, please help me, kick my butt. And so, everybody will get on there. It's not just us. Everybody gets on there and they're like, hey, you can do it. It'll be great. It's a really great support system.
And we've gotten to know people and develop friendships with people that otherwise we may not have. And that's been a really cool thing.
Mm-hmm.
So message us at Fit Coach Roxy.
Candace Tregellis. I don't have a coach page yet.
Or Roxanne Feltz. Felts. Okay. Thank you.
Bye.